Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. This is Startup Company. Orbital Online rumbles onwards. Rumbles onwards, and onwards, and onwards. No specific issues to comment on from the last episode. As you'll note, we managed to get the 5th floor set up entirely. It's looking really, really nice. I'm really, really happy with it. We're going to move down to the 4th floor today, and hopefully set up another bespoke area for, I think, probably the designers. At the moment, we've got quite a lot of resources, all in all. We're still working on training up a whole bunch of these guys, and I'm going to just periodically check in and upgrade them. There we go. Start training. Perfect. Everyone train, please. And we'll check in later on in the episode once that is done. Anyway, I think what we want to try and do is set up a similar sort of system over here on the 4th floor. As I say, I'm looking to try and get designers. Now, designers, I think, are the rarest sort of, they're producing the rarest parts, right? So if we look at blueprint component, wireframe component, graphics component, all of that stuff we've got in relatively small quantities in comparison to almost everything else, actually. So that's something to keep in mind. We're definitely going to need more better lead developers. In fact, you know, we've probably got enough to just straight away hire a couple. There we go. Alright, hire a bunch of lead developers. Let's go and place out a few desks. We'll just place out some expert desks, to be honest. No real reason not to. And I just want to get more people trained up. That's literally what we're just going to do. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Because lead developers are the Szechuan sauce. They're the sauce that makes the whole thing tick. I should really just hire some more managers to manage these people so they get speed bonuses. I don't know if speed bonuses can be gained from training. Like, I don't know if managers have a positive effect on training speed. I've got to imagine that they probably do. Although, that's a fact check needed on that one, I think. Anyway, back down to the bottom floor. We want to get our expert designers moved up here. We want to make sure that we give them, you know, the best table to do the job and whatnot. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that they're at the right desk, is what I mean to say. Let's get our headhunter onto finding some designers. We'll do expert designers because we need a couple of expert designers. And you know what? I'm gonna hire more people. I'm gonna hire more lead. I'm gonna hire everyone, actually. Even though that will sort of torpedo our income. I say that, it won't actually torpedo our income. But we gotta be careful that we don't actually overcook the amount of people that we have working here, because we can only employ so many. But a significant amount of them are gonna need to be lead developers, so we'll just get that done right now. Right, start training. Start training. You're idling at the moment. Training, upgrade. Yep, start training. Upgrade, start training. Perfect. You're in need of an upgrade. So this is going to be a very, very expensive process. However, it will absolutely be worth it. Once we get everything up and running and we get everyone upgraded to the best that they can possibly be. Okay. You're idling at the moment. Are you an expert, actually? No, you're just intermediate. Okay, start training. Right. Got to imagine that there's got to be a more efficient way of doing this. Although I've got to suspect that that will be invested in later on in the game developer's development cycle. Because at the moment, it's pretty tedious going through everyone individually and clicking train. We can, of course, toggle managers onto... We can get these people managed. In fact, you know, we should probably just do that. We should probably just try and get all of these people managed. They've all got... you know, we should hire more managers, to be honest. Yeah, we should also hire another headhunter. That's what we should do. And we do want to hire a bunch of people, just outright experts. We want to hire maybe about this many experts. So these are going to be obviously very, very expensive hires. I'm not too bothered about how much they end up costing us. We'll bring down the amount of money that we're making quite considerably. However, it'll be worth it. I'll put down an expert desk and see what do you actually need. You need a programmer desk. Do these people need programmer desks? I've got to imagine that that might not be the case. Okay, you don't actually care about your desk. You want a programmer desk. Do designers really want programmer desks? Is that the thing? You're a beginner and you want an intermediate desk, but you're going to get upgraded. Start training. You're an expert anyway. You're an expert anyway. Alright, well, we'll get some programmer desks. That's not a problem. Okay. And remove from desk. Was it you that wanted a programmer desk? Sure, you wanted a programmer desk. You wanted a... You don't care about a... Jesse, you don't care about a... programmer desk. Edna, you care about being on an expert desk. Oh, Edna, no, remove. Remove from desk. Edna needs to go on an expert desk because they're much more space efficient. So if I can get people on expert desks, then that would be honestly much more ideal. Jesse also can do an expert desk. We don't have a ping pong table. We don't have a 7-hour workday yet, so that's not a problem. Let's try and, as I'm doing this, let's go back and let's get Orbital Potato to start hunting for some expert recruiters. Some expert headhunters. Start headhunting that. And let's get this guy down here, the headhunter, to stop hunting for designers and start hunting for expert managers. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be the designer floor. I haven't obviously put in the walls or anything like that yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see. You've got the appropriate desks and stuff, large meeting table. Jeremiah, you can sit quite comfortably at an expert desk. Lorna, you can sit comfortably at an expert desk as well. Okay. It's the annoying minutia of running a startup company. Vincent, you sit at a programmer desk. The only person that I don't actually sit at a programmer desk in the initial stage needs to go on the programmer desk. That is just my bad luck. That is just my bad luck. I'll grant you that. Okay, so that's that. We're going to hire a headhunter. The headhunter's probably going to sit on this floor. That's the plan as it stands anyway. Orbital is going to hopefully find us a really, really good manager, or at least a manager that's good enough. Hold up, you're finding us a manager. Yeah, you're finding us a manager. Congratulations, you've just been hired. That manager is going to be the designer manager. Does he need a special type of desk? No, he does not. Also, let's go back down to here and pick up this guy. Sure, 11,000 bucks a month for what is not a very special person is not ideal, but hey ho. Okay, so you can pick... In fact, hold on. Let's start this. You start headhunting for an HR manager. Right? Expert HR manager. Yep. And then let's get you to be put in charge of all of the designers. Or at least all of the designers for now. There we go. 6 out of 8 designers. That's perfect. Who's your manager? Mina. Are you still down here? Mina, who do you manage? You manage a lot of people. You are an expert. You hold 8 people yourself. Right, let's toggle all of the non-designers off of you. And let's move you back up to the 4th floor. Okay. So, managing 6 employees. Let's get 100 of these bad boys. Okay. Right, so now we should be making stuff at a rapid rate. We got our graphics department sorted. Let's get a HR manager as soon as possible, please. You're still working on an HR manager, that's okay. We do need to get some more recruiters, but we'll deal with it in a little bit. Should also probably reassign employees so that we take one employee off there and put it on here. So we get a better bonus for everyone, really. But that should be all of the designers in this area, which is great. And we're still making absolute massive amounts of cash. Speaking of massive amounts of cash, we need to transition that massive amount of cash into actually doing something productive. Upgrade the payment system. If I turn this on, happiness is going to go from high to a little bit higher. Actually, that's not too bad. It's going to decrease satisfaction, but I think that that is worth it. We just need more modules. We need way more modules. Way more modules. Okay, the landing page. Can I get that upgraded by 100? Almost. Okay, upgrade that by 4. Whoa. Okay, decrease that by 4. Alright, decrease that by a lot more than 4. Decrease that right back down to 60, thank you very much. Or like 65. Because I don't want to... Oh my lordy. Okay, this is not good. Okay, keep growing. We don't want to make everyone unhappy. Okay, apparently if you make it go even the slightest bit unhappy, then that is a disaster. Okay, let's just not even tinker with this at all. What we need to clearly do is upgrade our payment system. That is what we need to do. Right, if we got an HR manager, we've got an HR manager. Let's sort by speed. I am speed. Okay. HR manager, what do you need? You want to sit at an expert desk? I can arrange this. I should probably check the demands before I get them. Although it doesn't actually make that much of a difference to me. Okay, so you are going to be managing these 2 people. That's great. A whole bunch of speed modifiers, which is going to be glorious. 7-hour working day. Sure, we'll just bump that down there. And Friday's training day. And you get the weekends off. That's fine. Totally fine. The recruiters I don't view as humans, so I don't need to worry about them too much. It's fine. Just ignore them. If we got any upgrades ready to go over here, we do indeed. Okay, start training. There we go. Glorious. We're going to need to hire a bunch of managers in order to manage all these people. But that's a problem for a future potato. There we go. Boy, oh boy, we got a lot of good people here. I would love it if they automatically continued to train after I'd upgraded them. That would be really nice. The other thing that we're going to have to worry about is, are we actually going to have enough modules being created by regular developers to supply all of the lead developers? I'm not convinced that we actually will. You're an expert now. Right, well, let's get everyone trained up to the absolute max. Okay, good, 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 good. Move that around a little bit. Okay, and you upgraded. Perfect. All right, this is all gonna be for something. Don't worry. We're spending a lot on employees at the moment, but it will absolutely be worth it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a lot of skilled lead developers up here that we've trained up from pretty much nothing. I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest. Pretty darn happy about that. How many managers can you manage? You can manage 8 managers, which is fine. Let's go back down to the 4th floor. See how things are going. Okay. This is looking good. Okay, so we've actually got a very, very large number of blueprint components, wireframe components, graphic components, and UI elements now, which is really, really great. I still haven't, obviously, given a layout to this area, but hey-ho, we'll sort of work with that as we go. I'm thinking that we might make this the developer floor as well as the designer floor. Actually, no, you know what? I'm thinking that we maybe go for developers just on like an entirely different floor, because we do have a fairly large number of them. Researchers at the moment are all sort of just around here for a little bit. Okay, this guy is not actually assigned to any managers at the moment, so I'm just going to give him his own little commands to do that. You do not have anyone. Huh, okay. Right, well, you can be moved up to the 3rd floor HR manager. You can be the 3rd floor HR manager. Well done. And I think now, to be honest, we want to try and turn things around up here. Alright, so we're going to go for the same little setup that we had before. Right, so we're going to move all of the experts into the corner. It's just much easier to keep track of things when everyone is well organized. So let's get walls in place right here. I don't feel like that's the most appealing way to design a little room. It is what it is, I guess. Well, there we go. There's the room. That's the room for the HR manager. I sincerely hope that we don't add on any extra HR managers, because if we do, then that's going to be, well, a nightmare. Okay. Good. That's going to be the space for the door. A wall T-piece right there. Bits of wall. And wonderful. Put a door there, sure. That doesn't really matter. To be honest, this is probably gonna be a bigger room. Right. So this will be, as we already talked about, this will be the home of the experts. Okay, wonderful. No real need for them to look very pretty in here. They just need to be in here. You're expert. We do have one intermediate here. I think, yeah, that's you. You're the intermediate. You're not an intermediate. You're an expert. You need to sit at a programmer desk. Fine. It's an executive desk. Potato. Programmer desk. Can't upgrade to a programmer desk. Interesting. Alright. Move from desk. Put you there. Great. 7-hour workday apparently is still not in session. Who's your manager? You don't actually have a manager. That's not on. Let me get you a manager. There. Okay, now you should have a 7-hour workday. No worries there whatsoever. Okay, wonderful. Disregard the fact that this is obviously a health and safety hazard. Wowzers, you type very fast. Okay, we've accrued almost 2 million, which is pretty darn good. We haven't actually done anything with that 2 million yet, but we're going to. Everyone's training, even the experts are training on training day. Glorious. Oh, so glorious. Okay, so everyone's designing, which is wonderful. Why are you here? It's the weekend. Why are we working at the weekend? Oh, no, the days off. I don't want to give them days off. Have I given, like, everyone days off? Oh, no, I've given everyone days off. That's why they're all so darn happy with me. Well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, there we go. I've given the appropriate days off to the people on the first floor, but everyone else was not working at the appropriate times. Okay, that's fine. That should probably make us a little bit more productive. You should be sitting at an expert desk. There you go. Congrats. Speed demons, all of you. You're all speed demons. Here we go. And that's looking good. Right, almost all of these people are now experts. Which is pretty darn good going. However, as I mentioned before, the fact that we don't have anywhere near enough developers might mean that we have some issues. Okay. One person has maxed out their training bar. 2 people have maxed out their training bars. Presumably this third guy has as well. No, not you, not quite yet. You have maxed out your training bar. Alright. We got a couple of people that are ahead of the curve. You've also maxed out your training bar. Do you need to be sitting at an expert desk? Yeah, you do. There you go. You need to be sitting at a programmer desk, but that's not too much of a problem. Okay, now we need to hire some more managers. Let's do this right now, because, I mean, a lot of people are being turned into experts quite quickly. So, let's go and hire a manager. Speed. Best manager. You want to sit at an executive desk? I mean, that's not really okay with me. Yeah, I'll hire you. Congrats. Welcome to the team. It's easier to put expert desks into what is a pretty pent-up environment out here. Right, let's sort by type, and we want to... Well, really, we want to manage all of the expert... want to manage all of the expert people. Let's go down to the first floor and have a look at headhunting. What about you? Do you want an expert desk? Nope. Nope. You are happy with an expert desk. Congrats, you've got the job. Literally, the only requirement is that you're happy to sit at an expert desk. Okay, so we need one more headhunter, one more manager. Executive desk. Expert desk. Congrats, you've got the job. Why the CEO is still manually giving people job offers, I don't know. I feel like in such a large corporation that really shouldn't be the case, but what do I know? Okay, that's great. That's 8 out of 8 managers. That works absolutely superbly. You need to take on board 3 more managers. Yes, I know it's a smaller speed boost. However, it's still fine, I think. And production-wise, I wish I could just set production like at the HR manager. That would be nice if it was possible. Okay. I also feel like this process isn't hugely productive. It just doesn't seem like there's much point. Just literally Control V all the way down. Tell you what, our production is going to skyrocket though. It's going to absolutely go through the ceiling. What do you know? There we go. As I say, the better you get, the more cramped the working conditions become. Look at the speed that these back-end modules are being created with. Alright, that's good. At least we shouldn't have any issues growing our user growth anymore. That's fine. Also, the happiness is somewhat above 0. Barely, but hey-ho. This is good. This is really good. So people are going to get trained up fully, and then we're going to just start them working. Yeah, great. That's really, really good. And we're still accruing a whole bunch of research points. Just going to start unlocking like random stuff, really. Intermediate dev kit, sure. There we go. That's all of the production stuff. All the office stuff, we've already got that. Might as well unlock this chat system in case we want to start a brand new website. Don't need to unlock that. Don't really need to unlock any of this nonsense. We need 5,000 points for that. That's fine. We're not going to get rid of our researchers until we've unlocked absolutely everything anyway, so no big deal there. API client module. Why can we not make an API client module? We need a back-end module and then a database layer and 2 compression components. We should have all of those things. We don't have an API client module. Alright, fine. Right, it's fine. Presumably someone will be making one. API client module. Yeah, okay, great. That's fine. Whatever. The designers are doing good stuff. Great. Happy days. You're now an expert. Congratulations. Welcome to the working world of being an expert developer. Are you managed by someone at the moment? You are controlled by Mina. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. So that is our artist floor. Our designer floor, should I say. Back-end component and network component. Do we have enough of these things? Back-end component and network component. Oh yeah, we got tons of those things. We got tons and tons and tons of them. Okay, that's great. That's really, really good. So as I say, third floor is going to become the area where I think the regular developers are going to go. I might as well move them up now. Third floor, potato. Third floor. Internalize the third floor. Imagine coming into work and just working on a completely blank floor. Like literally just a floor to yourself. Well, that's been this guy's experience for about the past, like what, 6 working days or something? Maybe even more than that. Maybe like 2 weeks. Okay. Perfect. And perfect. I don't know if these guys have specific managers. Lena Blair, you can be moved up. There we go. You can be moved up. What about you? Joe Colon. Joe Colon. Classic Joe. He can be moved up as well. What about you? Lena Blair. Henrietta Ramsey. Oh. Orby Snaps is under a DDoS attack. I mean... What do we do in the event of a DDoS attack? We do have a rule. I mean, can we just... Does that make any difference if we put the clock speed at slightly higher? Don't actually know, I'm afraid. You know what? Orby Snaps can suffer a little bit. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I mean, it's pretty much... It's already over. I don't feel like this whole controller thing is super effective at doing what it's supposed to do. What would be really nice if it balanced the production of all of the different units, but it doesn't, so that's fine. The payment system is slowly but surely getting there, which is great. We can increase the amount of our potential users by just that little bit extra. Presumably, we're almost to the point where we can get some new video ads. Not really, actually. We're still on 12 million impressions, which is not, to be honest, fantastic, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and we want to redo our racks, but we're only going to be able to do that once we, oh, nice. Once we have 5,000 research points. And I think that that will be an objective for the next episode. Between episodes, I'm going to let things run. I might make the developer area a little bit better, because I'm not super happy with how it looks at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. This has been Startup Company. Playing, of course, is Orbital Online. I'll see you next time. Bye.